Ding, ding, ding. Round 2. Well, unfortunately, my first video did not record. Actually, 2 of my videos did not record. So we're going to try this one more time. Welcome to the channel, friends. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I am here with the final flip through of the paper bag journals for the hashtag, which is Paper Bag Junk Journal Prompt Challenge 2025, hosted by our friends Cara Mia at Paper Confessions with Cara Mia and BB at BB's Closet Creations. And this is, and I threw my little piece of paper away that had the prompts on it. So, oh, here it is, right on top. So, what did we need to do? Well, I had 7 prompts left. I was a week ahead because I did my first prompts with my introduction video. So if you didn't notice, last week there was no video. But I'm here for the end of the challenge, and I was successful in most of these. Now, there was a few that were on the prompt challenge that I am not doing because the ones that were on here were more of a personal prompt, but this is going to be something I use as with the journals that I will be completing for the October Prairie Girls Gather challenge, the hashtag, and I'm participating in that with my friends Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and Carol at Crinkle Path. And so I left those 3 out. Those challenges were a gratitude, a letter to yourself, and a challenge. I did think about popping in a challenge for the recipient with a QR code, but this is going to be filled with things that they're going to actually use in their journals, so I left it out for now, but I might add it before October is over. With that said, the challenges that and prompts that I did do this week were texture, stitches, and stencil, as well as a mood, which I was going with a kind of, I know nostalgia is not a mood, but kind of that longing of the past or the things that spark happiness. And so I think I've completed that in this little cutie patootie. So let me show you what I did add for this week. And then we'll do a flip through. So, stitches. Well, I thought about actually using the sewing machine and then thought, how about I use these? I have never used these and they're relatively new. They are by Globeland and they are different stitches, different shapes. So I tried them out. Not terribly happy with them, but it is what it is. So I used one of the stitches, this stitch right here on this part, and then on this one I used kind of a raggedy one, which it looks pretty raggedy. It did not turn out very well, so I think I'm going to put something over that to kind of hide it. But I did also then use the frames, 2 of the frames, to do this one here. And again, it didn't turn out perfect. Probably would have been better if I had done it in advance, but stitches, check. And then the other thing that I added was the stencils and texture. Now, there's a lot of texture already in this, but I thought it would be fun to use a stencil. I did use some heavy texturing paste, and I just tinted it with some acrylic pink paint to make it a lighter color pink. And these are daisies that were stamped for an earlier prompt, and then I just added those in there. So those were the ones that I was able to do: texture, stitches, and stencil. So let's just do a quick flip through. If you haven't watched the other videos, take a peek, and also go check out all of the talented artists that are in the description below, so you can see what they've been creating. And you can also follow Cara and BB's playlist as well. One thing I did want to tell you before we do the flip through, with these stamps, some time ago, this was from an estate sale, I believe, a crafter, and I had bought most of her items. These are from Crafter's Companion, and the way they work is you put your stamp on and you kind of line it up with this line, And then there's a name for it, which for those of you who know, please do tell in the comments. I don't remember. But it's I think it's called a rock block, maybe. And so it rocks, and then that way your stamp goes on better. Now, would that have worked had I not done this on kind of a thicker page, or, you know, one with pockets? Yes, it probably would have. So we start out with one of my digitals. These are the Prairie Girls. We will be doing some giveaways with this, and there will be, these are available now on my Ko-fi shop, and it is in the description if you want to play along with the open collaboration in October. Then you can grab those if you wish. Just a piece of little ditzy fabric with a little cluster that I put on there just to add some more texture. This is one of the pieces that I did that with the washi when I was at the camper with Dave, and I did that little video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. And then it has a hidden journaling spot, just a little tip in. Here is another one that I did with just some scraps, and these were, I think, so just some doodly things that I had. I added a little piece of vintage reproduction fabric on there. And remember, all of these are pockets so that I can fill them up with all kinds of goodies. This and then this one over here are the ruffled paper clips that I did. And here, this is one of the Gingham Girls pieces that is in the paper dolls that I have. I used a little bit of the book tape for it to flip out. This then is just one of my digis that I made a great big flip out for journal space if somebody wants to use it. And then the butterfly is a pattern. So added that in there as just a little extra. Let's put it this way. There we go. Again, this is another pocket with the other big pocket. I filled this one with another one of the washi tape little pieces that we created together. And this is the one I just did. This was from a children's book, and I just put some drink tickets and a little label that I had, another piece of that washi. I used a lot of that washi in here, that washi project. This is from one of my digitals. I just did a little collage on the back with another piece of, this is vintage feed sack fabric. And this little pocket has the sunflower journal or tag in it. And then you flip it over, and this is more of the washi. And you can open it up right on the back and right there as well. This little pocket had die cuts. That was one of the prompts. Map was one of those as well. So I did Clear Lake, which it just so happened that when I cut it out, that's what was on that paper. That is where our rental house is at. Another little piece of vintage inspired fabric. This was one of my digitals, and poem was the prompt for this. And this is actually a poem from a Sesame Street book. And for the waterfall, I think I mentioned on a previous video, I had intended on making these index cards into a waterfall on this page. But then I thought, well, if somebody does want to use it to journal in, these are nice because they can take them out. They can tuck them in different places. So I just left them like that. These came with a ring, so I just had to add 2 more little punches there. This one was, here's another one of these. A big one though. Another one of these ruffled covered paper clips. And then this is just, this was the one I did on the first week. And this is more of the washi. For the interactive piece, I needed to finish it here because I did not have my little hole reinforcers or brads. So I will fill this up with all kinds of goodies. You just open it up there, and then I can put all kinds of little stickers or pieces of ephemera, this, that, and the next thing. And I'm just going to do this one time. Then I added the little beads and the butterfly on there too, just for a little extra. It does get a little bulky in there, but that's okay. It looks cute. There's my checklist that I did. Oh, what's the problem? Like I said, I did use a lot of those washi tape pieces that we did, and this was no exception. This is actually a pocket as well, made from, these are all different pieces of washi, and then I just made a flower. This is some vintage wrapping paper, and another pocket is the back cover, and it is just blank on the back, and then it can be carried like this. I just left this as it was, and I did do all of the little pieces of scraps on the ring bound portion of it. So I'm really pleased with it. I have several more. If you want to go back and watch all of those videos, this is in my journal tutorials playlist. But there were some others that I made that will also go in the other journals that will be upcoming. So stay tuned for more on that. And thank you, Cara Mia, and thank you, BB, for inviting me to play along. Please go check out all those other channels if you haven't yet, and you like this content. Please take a second and like it, and maybe give me a comment and tell me what your favorite thing was. Until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.